It's been well documented that the Green Bay Packers have finally moved on from Hall of Fame quarterback Aaron Rodgers. The Green Bay Packers are now moving forward with 2020 first round pick Jordan Love, and he has some big shoes to fill. Jordan Love and the Packers were just in one of the most exciting early games this last Sunday versus the Atlanta Falcons, where they came up just short. With that being said, I wanted to take a look at Love's game, as the Packers missed the playoffs last year. But could the Pack be back this year without Rodgers? First play of the game, the Packers are going to start this one off with one of the most exciting plays in football, and that's the flea flicker. Love hands the ball to A.J. Dillon, Dillon throws it back to Love, and then Love rips this beautiful deep ball on this go route up the seam to Dontavian Wicks. While it doesn't get the completion on this one, he does get the pass interference. This is going to flip the field on the first play of the game. Explosive start for Green Bay. On this next one, we're going to be running an RPO. We're going to be reading this nickel, corner, and linebacker on this play fake. They end up crashing the line of scrimmage, and as we can see, Love pulls this ball, and the defenders are out of position to defend Musgrave in the flat. Love flicks this ball to Musgrave, and he's able to get a little more yards after the catch. Green Bay has such a good run game, and this opens things up for them like this on offense, and it makes Love's job easy throughout the entire game in this one. Moving on to the next play, we get to see some of what Jordan Love brings to the table as a runner. At the back of the drop, we get a nice blitz pickup by our rookie running back, Emmanuel Wilson, but Love feels the pressure and takes this natural alleyway that opens up to the right side. He uses his legs, and he's able to beat this linebacker to the edge. He takes the corner, turns upfield, and gains another 20 yards here. Jordan Love isn't the kind of runner that you look to weaponize him in the running game, but when given the opportunity to use his legs outside of structure, Love is certainly athlete enough to pick up chunk yardage on the ground. Moving on to the next one, the Packers are going to run this touch pass to rookie Jaden Reed off this jet motion. This is a play the Packers love to run in the red zone, and it's been a big part of their red zone package for years. Jaden Reed is the perfect player to run this for. He's a very gifted player when creating yards after the catch. Reed gets the ball, turns upfield, taking the corner of the Falcons defense, and he's able to reach this ball across the goal line inside the pylon for the touchdown. Great design by Green Bay, and they've been executing this play at a high level for years. On this next one, it's another red zone play, and it's actually another incompletion, but there's a lot of good to this play as well. We're working this fade and this hitch to the wide side of the field, and basically we're going to read this far corner. If he closes on the hitch, we throw the fade, and if he drifts with the fade, we throw the hitch. At this point, we can see that he's breaking on the hitch to take that away. Love sees this and gets the ball out with an excellent drop angle and accuracy to the fade at the back corner of the end zone, and this ball hits Wicks right in the hands, but he's unable to bring it in. Watching it again from the end zone angle, I want to point out something that's really important for me to see, and that's Jordan Love's improved footwork. Coming out of college, his footwork was the biggest question mark that I had about his game because it was so inconsistent. He wouldn't throw from a strong base, he wouldn't throw with all of his cleats in the ground, he'd regularly bring his heels together on his load up, and his drops were just sloppy. All of these aspects of his college drop significantly impacted his accuracy and consistency. On this one, none of that is present. Watch as he goes 1, 2, 3, one hitch to align himself to the receiver, and the ball is out. He keeps a wide base, not bringing those heels together, and follows through and puts that hand in his opposite hip pocket. This was damn near a textbook 3-step drop from Love, and it's great to see this part of his game cleaned up, and we see what it does for him as his ball is placed perfectly on his receiver. The next play shows another area where Love has significantly improved as a quarterback, and that's throwing with anticipation. At Utah State, Love was almost never tasked with making anticipatory throws. It was more of a scheme it up and see it, throw it type offense. Throwing with anticipation is a tough thing to learn, but Love has showed his progress on plays like this. We're going to be working to speed out to the top of the screen, and look when Love separates his arm to make this throw. The receiver hasn't even left his break yet. The ball's out on time and accurate. It could have been a little better placement, but timing and accuracy here are great, and the receiver makes the catch. On this next one, Love is going to feel some pressure to his blind side and start to roll to the right, and we're going to hit Romeo Doubs here on this out route along the right sideline. Doubs is wide open on this one because the corner is playing such off coverage because of the threat of Doubs' deep speed. Great recognition by Love on this one. This is a great ball along the right sideline for a nice chunk of yards. On this next one is another great design here by Green Bay. We motion this receiver across the formation, bringing this corner with him, and once this ball snapped, the receiver is still in motion, and he gets to carry that momentum upfield into this in route. Watch what this does to the corner, though. He's never able to get his hips flipped back to the center of the field, or even squared up on the receiver for that matter, which gives Wicks the leverage advantage on this in route. Wicks makes this break right off the corner's hip, and the corner isn't able to flip his hips and stay with him. Love finds him over the middle, and Wicks is able to turn upfield, make the safety miss, and walks into the end zone for a touchdown. This was a great play design by Green Bay to scheme up a guy open versus man. Love executes it perfectly by finding the leverage advantage and getting the ball out with a little bit of anticipation here, allowing the receiver to make a catch in stride and score a touchdown. On the next one, I want to once again highlight Love's ability to throw with anticipation. Take a look at when he separates his arm on this throw. The receiver again isn't even out of his break yet. More good stuff from Love in the quick game and showing his development as a passer. Moving on to the next one, this is actually going to be Jordan Love's third passing touchdown of the game. And again, I want to highlight that improved footwork. Watch as he's able to go play fake, 1, 2, 3, hitch to align himself to the right, and gets this ball out to Reed for Reed's second touchdown of this game. Again, this ball is out on time, on target, and hits Reed in stride for another walk-in touchdown. Love's improved footwork is leaps and bounds above where it was even last year. With his footwork cleaned up, Love's accuracy through 2 games has been consistently great, and I think the footwork is a big reason why. This last play that I have for you is very nearly Love's first interception of the season, and that is the risk that comes with these anticipatory passes, and that's because you're throwing to a spot that you're expecting the receiver to be rather than they're already there. But also, you're putting the trust in the receiver to win at the stem of their route. On this one, the receiver just doesn't, and Terrell stays attached to his hip pocket, and the ball hits Terrell right in the chest, but he isn't able to make the catch, and he shows us why he plays defense. This isn't necessarily a bad play by Love. This is just the inherent risk associated with these anticipatory throws, and when you test Pro Bowl caliber corners like Terrell on these routes, every now and then they're going to win, and you have to take that risk. It's just a good play by Terrell here. At the end of the day, this has been about as good of a start to the season as Jordan Love and the Packers probably could have hoped for. Through 2 games this year, Jordan Love has started 29 of 52 for 396 yards, 6 touchdowns, and no interceptions through the air, and 5 carries for 35 yards on the ground, carrying the Packers to a 1-1 record, tied for best in the division. Most importantly, though, we saw significant improvement in Love's game, whether that be in his accuracy, his consistency, his footwork, his ability to throw with anticipation. It all looked improved, and it's likely to get better as the season goes along. As crazy as it is to say, I think the Packers might have done it again. They might have found their third consecutive franchise quarterback with no gap between them, which is absolutely unheard of in this sport. But that's all for this one. If you liked the video and you found it interesting, please consider liking and subscribing to the channel. I'd really appreciate it. Tell me your thoughts in the comments. Do you think Jordan Love is the guy for the Packers? Do you think the Packers have a chance to make the playoffs this year? Leave those thoughts below in the comments. Until next time, peace.